Happy VA Wednesday. So today I want to talk to you about a lot of the frequently asked questions that I get about buying a house with VA disability. So I'm just going to go through the ones that come to me is that they come up the most often. And if I missed any, please put in the comments what I missed. I'm happy to answer it. Or if you have information, please contribute. Okay. So number one, can I buy a house if I only get VA disability? Yeah, totally, all day long. So we work with buyers every single day where that's their only source of income, and it's no problem at all. The way that we treat the income is VA disability income is not taxable. So we actually gross it up. So for instance, if you got $1,000 a month in VA disability, we would actually treat it as if you got $1,250 because it's not taxable. So sometimes what will happen is we'll do your application, you get the application, and I get a call. Jen, you have my VA disability wrong. You have it too high. No, I don't. I grossed it up because you can do that with VA disability. Okay, so that's number one. And guys, don't be afraid to call us and be like, oh, I don't think I can qualify. Just look, stop denying yourself. Call me. I'll tell you what we can do, what we can't do. But like seriously, I love those loans. They're so low on documentation. They're great. We love them. Calls. Okay, moving on. The next thing that I'll hear is, well, I don't know if I have to pay the funding fee because I'm only 30%. Here's the deal. If you get any payment from a service-connected disability, you do not have to pay the VA funding fee, okay? Now, that's important because a lot of people go, oh, I thought the rating had to be this, or that. No, the bottom line is, do they pay you money every month? Even if they pay you $1 every month, you do not have to pay that VA funding fee because that is how that guideline's written. Okay. Also, your certificate of eligibility will show that you're exempt. So that is for the VA funding fee, which I do have a video about if you guys are like, what's that? Okay, now there is a misconception because sometimes I'll hear people say, well, you know, I'm 100% disabled. I don't have to pay any closing costs at all. That's not true. So there's nothing where like the title and escrow company and homeowners insurance and everything just says you don't have to pay it. It really is just to waive that VA funding fee. Now, sometimes what you'll see lenders do is they'll say, if you get VA disability, we will waive our lender fee. Okay, there's been a lot of marketing around that. We waive our lender fee whether you get disability or not for VA. We just have a blanket policy. It's a VA loan. We're gonna waive that lender fee, you know, or charge it and credit it. Like that's our policy. Okay. Oh, here's another one. I'll be going through the approval with them, right? And because I always like to do that. After the file's fully underwritten, I like to do the call where we go through line by line. It's my favorite part of the process for me. And they'll be like, Jen, why are you charging me taxes? I don't have to pay taxes. And I'm like, oh, well, what's your rating? Right? And the reason is, and it's always good, if you guys are 100% or you know that you're not going to be paying taxes because you're 100%, please tell us up front because the certificate of eligibility, it tells us how much your VA disability is, and that's important to note. With VA disability, your certificate of eligibility tells us what you get. Now, sometimes it can be wrong, and if you just got it upped, we need a letter, but we don't know your rating. So it is very important for you guys to understand that if you're rated at 100% or you're in a level where you're going to have a huge property tax benefit, please tell us because we don't get that sort of documentation unless you tell us or you send it to us. And you don't have to send it to us, you know, generally if you're 100%, you know, if you say that it's going to match, come in line with the income. Now, something else important to note because the veteran community is amazing. Like I always tell everyone, you guys are so socially connected. It's awesome. It's like, I love it, okay? But also sometimes it spreads stuff that's not correct. So like for instance, in Texas, you know, if you're 100% VA disability, no taxes, right? And so a lot of times people assume that if one state it's 100% no taxes, that all states are like that. No, okay? And even counties can vary. And sometimes people are like, well, I only have this, so I don't think I get it. Call, okay? So what I always tell everyone is that if you get any level of disability, you always want to check with the county tax assessor, okay, county tax assessor, for the county that you're looking to buy in. And the reason this is important is because there can be different rules. Also, when you file for it, there can be rules around that. There are some pretty sticky rules in places around the country where you're like, oh, what a headache. And it's important that you guys know that up front, because the worst thing you can do is assume that you're just going to get that benefit. I have yet to see a state where it's just automatic. With everything, it seems like you have to be able to provide documentation, there's applications, you want to know about that up front, okay? Because it's not an automatic thing. Very, very, very important. And for some of you guys who are, guys and gals, who are looking in different states, you're like, well, I might want to move to this one or this one or this one or this one. You should look up what the benefits are for veterans, because there are states where they will pay for your children's college. Like, I was shocked. We had a client told us that, and I was like, that's amazing. That's so cool. He's like, yeah, we want to stay here because they're doing that. Awesome. You know, the states where they waive taxes if you're at a certain percentage. Awesome. And then there's some states where they just don't. So if you're choosing between multiple states, that's something you guys should really take into consideration. Okay, and then let's see here. Last thing that comes up a lot is that if you guys are going to be leaving military service, we cannot count the VA disability until we know what it's going to be. Okay, because from proposed to what you actually get paid can change, and we need to know what you're actually gonna get paid, because I'll get the calls where they're like, well, I know it's gonna be 100%, but until we have proof of that, we can't do anything in terms of using that income to qualify. So I hope this video was helpful. I feel like those are the biggest things that I hit on a daily basis, so I wanted to share those with you. If you guys have questions or comments, as always, I'm licensed in 48 states. I'm here to help. I have a link to my calendar. I always keep it open for, you know, VA buyers. You guys have the most of my availability. So I'm here to help. And look, if I miss something, tell me. That's what came to mind, but I know there's always more. So thanks for watching, and I hope you guys are having a good week. Thanks.